known for Piton Mountains and the beautiful, breathtaking beaches, full of adventure and fun for the whole family. We're here to enjoy the sights and sounds of this lovely island, getting out on the water, enjoying the greenery. But we're also here for T20s between the West Indies women and India. This is T20 number 2. We're live at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground for West Indies versus India women. Good afternoon and welcome. Another windy day in Beauséjour. We're at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground. You can see there the St. Lucian flag, the Indian flag, and the Cricket West Indies flag fluttering in the wind. It's a beautiful, sunny, hot day here in St. Lucia as we prepared for T20 number 2. India with a resounding victory in the first T20 yesterday. The Windies women will want to bounce back today on day 2, the second of 5 T20s in this T20 series. It will be moving on to Guyana tomorrow, Monday. The teams. That's yesterday's card. The India women, 185 for 4, a mammoth total, their highest ever T20 total against the Windies, with a wonder kid, 15-year-old Shafali Verma's first half century, 73 off 49, just extraordinary. And Smriti Mandana, 67 off 46. Earlier, I was in the middle for the toss. Mohammed and India captain Harmanpreet Kaur and the match referee Mr. Denovan Hales for the toss. Heads is the call. Tails it is. Well, Anissa, second T20 and the second win. What are you going to do today?
We're going to have a bat first today.
All right. Well, what are you thinking behind that choice?
We think we're going to just allow our batters to put a score on the board, bat freely, and then back our bowlers to help us win this game.
It was a tough start to the series yesterday. What was the talk like in the dressing room today?
We had a good talk. I mean, nothing clicked for us yesterday, and today's game we need to come hard and try to click in all areas of our game.
Any changes to the team?
Yes, Salman is out and Grimman is in.
All right, go well.
Thank you.
Harmanpreet can't manage to win that toss. What would you have done had you?
Well, we wanted to field only, and I think it's good because we wanted to field only.
After such a good performance yesterday, not many changes in your thought process today?
Yes, definitely. We want to go with the same process, and there is no changes in the side also. We are going with the same 11 as well.
West Indies have chosen to bat. What would you like to restrict them for today?
I think we need to get them on the short total, so later on we can change freely.
All right. And any changes in your team today?
No, we are going with the same 11.
All right. Go well.
Thank you.
So that's the news from the middle. West Indies won the toss and have chosen to bat. And these are live images now from the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground in St. Lucia as we prepare for the beginning of T20 number 2. Windies women chosen to bat, change up the mix from yesterday. Hayley Matthews went cheaply yesterday. She'll want to bat on today. I'd like to welcome Marissa Aguilera to the commentary box. Good afternoon, Marissa.
Good afternoon, Alex. Good afternoon to our viewers.
Deepti Sharma opening the bowling for India. So we see Stacey Ann King opening the batting with Hayley Matthews today. That is a change, should I say, from yesterday. We did see her open for one of the ODIs. Your thoughts on that change, Marissa?
Sometimes they will be probably thinking to do something differently. Natasha McLean didn't really had a good game yesterday. Probably they just needed her to relax and think about, you know, what she's about to do. Stacey and King left and right combination together with Hayley Matthews.
Yes, the Windies on the whole had to rethink, put yesterday's game in the bin, start fresh today, a new day. It's an earlier game, so it's different conditions.
Haley Matthews will really want to be thinking about getting a big score. And she has been batting really well in the last series, the ODI series. And now she's here, didn't really get a score the first T20, but hopefully she can really try to spend a long period of time in the crease and get a good score for her team.
Single after the first over. West Indies 2 without loss. Marissa, I saw you catching up with the captain, Anisa Mohammed, today. As we look at the West Indies women, she is captain. Stefani Taylor out injured with right knee injury. Alia Aline in the squad. We didn't see her bowl yesterday. We hope to see her today. She had such a good outing in the ODIs. Haley Matthews, Stacey Ann King, Natasha McLean, Charmaine Campbell, Sharita Grimmond is in. And unfortunately, Shakira Selman out. We have to imagine, because she had just returned from injury, might not be feeling fully fit. It's a real worry for the West Indies. Selman yesterday had figures of 2 for 36 off 4. So that's a loss for the Windies side against a very confident and dominant Indian side. Shika Pandey did a lot of damage yesterday. Bowled Haley Matthews, in fact.
Yeah, it's a really big loss not having Shakira Salman on the field. I think she brings so much to the game on and off the field with her experience, but unfortunately, I believe she's probably out. I mean, she has been struggling with a knee injury for quite a while, but I think probably they are thinking a long-term period when you're trying to get her ready for the World Cup, so probably that is something that they took in consideration.
Got that one away. Will be a single in that. The West Indies in all sorts of trouble in terms of injuries. That's why we're seeing Stacey Ann King at the top of the order. Stefani Taylor not playing. You know, the team also missing Deandra Dottin. Everyone, I guess, wrapped in cotton wool until the World Cup in Australia in February 2020. And these games, of course, preparing the team for that, Marissa.
And this is a good opportunity for the other players to really put up their hand and try to position themselves on the team and get a space on the World Cup squad, because it's everybody's dream to play in a World Cup. So it's all about making sure that you give the selector something to talk about.
Yes, good running. Something that the West Indies will want to do better today than they did yesterday. All sorts of scrambling yesterday and an extraordinary, inexplicable run out of Charmaine Campbell.
Alex, I think I had a bit of a nightmare with that run out. That one was going down a bit. Stacey Ann King loved to swing across the line, something that she really needs to pay attention to.
Needs to do less, no? You like her to play more straight, don't you, Marissa? That was well struck, just got past the fielder, but they don't go for the second. Playing a little more cautiously, the Windies, today than they did yesterday. They'll want to get moving, though. We did see how India can motor along right from the first ball. The sun reappearing from behind some clouds now. To 2 overs, Windies a 6 without loss. All right, there's the Indian team. Harmanpreet Kaur, the captain. Smriti Mandhana, the vice-captain. Fearsome batting lineup. Tanya Bhatia, wicket-keeper. Shikha Pandey, Vida Krishnamurti, Poonam Yadav, Deepti Sharma, Pooja Vastrakar, Jemima Rodriguez, Radha Yadav, and the 15-year-old wonder kid, Shafali Verma. Well,
Well played, Hayley Matthews. That's a good shot. It's a shot that she does really well.
This is what the Windies fans want to see more of. Hayley Matthews, just so full of potential. Wonderful attacking batter. No chance to stop that one. Had a chat last night with Rayon Griffith, one of the assistant coaches, who was a little disappointed by the way in which Hayley Matthews lost her wicket yesterday. Wants her to be more patient. I would imagine, Marissa, you can tell us it's difficult in a T20 as a batter to be patient, knowing that you have to go also at full clip.
Yeah, Alex, and sometimes it's all about trying to occupy the crease, and doing so you still need to pick up your singles. When the bad ball is there, you hit it away. So it's all about making sure that you score on a consistent basis.
Four dot balls in a row there for Deepti Sharma. Make that 5. Only 4 runs off the over. Windies women 10 without loss. So there you get a lovely view of Beauséjour, the hills behind us and in front of us. Windies T20, that's the batting card. 7 off 13 for Matthews, 3 off 5 for King. A bit of a slow start for the Windies.
Yeah, and I'll be wondering what is their target, what are they looking at after a good performance, batting performance by the India batters in the first game. You look at Dipti, 2 overs, the economy rate 3. Pandey as well, she's going at 4, so they are doing really well as a bowling unit.
That's a beautiful shot. That's going to run away. Hands to the head for a few of the Indian fielders there. Well struck.
Good shot by Stacey and King. I think Pandey giving her that room where she can free her arms and she make use of it. We got 4 runs for it.
Those kind of shots will just give her a little confidence, won't they, Marissa? She never looks very comfortable opening the batting. I think she does prefer to bat further down the order.
Yeah, and I really commend Stacey and King on the way she's going about this, because you see sometimes as batters you don't like batting in a certain position, but because of what is happening with the team you really need to help out and try to pick up some responsibility. And knowing that she's one of the senior players on the team, you know, she put her hands up and decided to take up this responsibility. So congrats to her.
"36 years old, Stacey Ann King. Perhaps one of the older batters in either of these two teams. And then we have Shafali Verma on the other end at 15 years old.
Jimmy Adams called her the grandmother of the West Indies team.
It's in the air, oh, and it's soft. What an easy catch. Oh, she'll be very disappointed with that. A soft dismissal. She just started to look like she might be getting her eye in. Stacey Ann King. Well, they tried it. They tried her at the top of the order. It didn't work out. King heads back to the dressing room for 7. The Windies women 14 for 1.
Yeah, no, Stacey Ann King would be very disappointed with that shot. I think probably she would be thinking she should have gone through with it. She was in full control, but unfortunately, she just refused to go through the line of it. So that brings in the vice captain, Shemaine Campbell. 27 years of age, 95 matches, high score 45. And she will be really looking to take a team to a good score. She batted pretty well yesterday.
Yes, until the mysterious run out, which I promise not to mention again for this game. Shemaine Campbell, really a live wire personality. Brings a lot of fun to the side and can be an aggressive batter. She's little, low center of gravity.
Yeah, having some discussion with Campbell, and you can see that she's enjoying the game. She's really, really enjoying it. She told me that she's having fun. She's enjoying the wicket keeping, and it's really good to hear.
This tour will be moving to Shemaine Campbell's hometown after this T20, Guyana. After 4 overs, West Indies are 14 for 1.
Hey parents, are you looking for an academy in Queens and Long Island for your boys and girls? Whether you're a beginner or an advanced player, Queens United Cricket Academy is the place to be. Registrations for spring and summer sessions are now open. For more information, visit our website at qca.org.
This is T20 number 2 between the West Indies women and India. Hayley Matthews on strike. She played 1 ODI and 1 T20 after an 8-match ban. Radha Yadav, the new bowler.
I realize that Hayley Matthews is holding a hamstring. I'm not too sure what just happened.
Radha Yadav was the most economical bowler for India yesterday. Had 2 for 10 off 4. That's it. Given, she's gone. Stumped, it seems like. Stumped and all stunned in the commentary box. The worst of starts for a Windies team who needed the best. After a really tough first T20, oh, Campbell's gone for a duck. Windies in trouble early. They're 15 for 2.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what went on there.
Let's take another look at it. Just out of her crease. By a long way. Quick hands of Tanya Bhatia.
That's good wicket keeping. Good wicket keeping. Unfortunately, the bowler dragged Shemaine Campbell out. Wicket keeper, she finished it off. That brings in Shadi Nation, 33 years old, 22 T20 matches, high score of 63. So let's see what she can do today.
This will be disappointing for the Windies team management and fans, this kind of start after a nightmarish game yesterday. Anyway, time to rebuild. Shadeen Nation, Hayley Matthews at the other end. Got all the potential. That's a good shot. Being run down by a fielder. Should be collected. 2 runs.
And Shadeen Nation, she batted well in the first ODI. She have the potential to hit the ball really well through the offside. You know, she has been really working hard on her power hitting. So hopefully she can really try and occupy the crease and get a big score.
Body language of the Windies batters, more timid than that of the Indian women we saw yesterday, a woman and girl, should I say. That's the over. Radha Yadav with a breakthrough in the wicket. After 5, Windies are 17 for 2.
When you look at the batting card, Matthews not out on 8, 14 delivery, Stacey and King. She's out on 7. Shuming Campbell didn't trouble the score. Nation is on 2. West Indies is 17 for 2. You can see that the India bowlers, they have been bowling really well. Pandey and we welcome Claudius to the commentary box.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Marissa. So, a single for the West Indies, taking them to 18 for 2. This is over number 6.
Pandey has been one of the very instrumental bowler for the India team. She has been on target, bowling in good areas.
Down the leg side. So that would be wide. So 1 more to the total. 19 for 2. This is over number 6. So still in the power play. It's the final over of the power play. West Indies looking to put a solid, really to repair the opening.
Yeah, when you look at the power play, I think that they'll be thinking that they are not on par. They are 19, 2 wickets down. And they will really be looking to getting a good total within the power play, nothing less than 45. But they are far away from that. So it's all about trying to build a partnership. Hayley Matthews and Shadeen Nation.
Nice shot onto the outside, but straight to the fielder. So, Marissa, very difficult to really take advantage of the power play with the 2 setbacks in the wicket column.
Yeah, it's really difficult, but I believe that somebody needs to put their hand up and try to get something going. If you look at the India bowlers, they are bowling wicket to wicket. So that is something that the West Indies batters need to think about, ways of scoring, areas that they can get some boundaries. And because they need to put a score on the board for this India batting lineup.
A good delivery here. They'll get a single through square leg. They'll think of the second, but they'll not go for it as they bounce return. Coming in to the keeper. So 20 for 2. West Indies with the loss of the 2 wickets. Really needing a good partnership between these two. Matthews, key player, together with Nation.
And this is a really good opportunity for Matthews to put her hand up. She has been an excellent batter for the West Indies team. Not just batter, but all-rounder.
Delivery that's on the off stump, played into the backward point region to complete the over. So the 6 over completed, 20 for 2. West Indies batting first here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground.
So when you look at the batting card, no player reaching to the double figures. Still struggling. Nation is 3 from 7. Haley Matthews 9 from 16. So there's cause for concern after the power play over, losing 2 wickets. King and Campbell.
And certainly, Marissa, a lot depending on Matthews. She's got the ability to get the ball away, and so the rest of the batting will have to revolve around her. It's like we're going to have a bowling change. Punan Yadav, the right-arm leg break bowler, is going to come in for over number 7. As Nation will be in strike.
Now, one thing the India batters did well yesterday, they used their feet really nicely down the wicket for the spinners, but you find that the West Indies batters, they are not trying to do that, and it's something that they really need to look at.
Nation goes back, will get a single out towards the offside. The sweeper comes off the boundary. So 1 more to West Indies, 21 for 2. And of course, using your feet is a skill, and it doesn't come easy, and it's pressure all the time with wickets falling. As this time Matthews can't beat the backward point, straight to the fielder. 21 for 2 in over number 7. Matthews looking to go outside the off stump, maybe looking to go into the onside, but not getting hold of it, so a dot ball. Back, making room onto the leg side on this occasion, but still can't beat the field. Straight to the fielder on the edge of the circle.
Yeah, and she really needs to think about ways that she can try to score, because if she's not getting the boundaries, at least she can pick up the 1s and 2s.
Delivery outside the edge will get a single down to third man, just a 1, as the over is completed. So 7 overs gone. West Indies batting first, 22 for 2. So 22 for 2 over number 8, about to start, and looks like it's going to be Rada to continue. 1 over for 3 runs. Its strike will be Haley Matthews, 10 from 20.
with the caliber of player Hayley Matthews, is she'll really need to try her best to help to get her striking rate up. She's 10 off, well 11 actually, off 21, and that's not Hayley Matthews at all. So it's all about trying to find ways to score runs.
Nation this time pushing up to short extra cover. No run. 23 for 2. Back goes Nation, but can't beat that very packed offside field. Straight to the backward point fielder. India with a ring of fielders on the offside field restricting circle.
When you look at yesterday batting from the West Indies within the power play, they were 33 for 2, and today 20 for 2, so that's a bit of a downfall.
Sweeping down towards the boundary and will go into it for a boundary for the West Indies women. So good effort there by Nation, getting a loose delivery and putting it away in front of the fielder coming from the deep square leg boundary. So an important boundary for West Indies women.
Well done by Shri Nation, realizing that one was drifting down leg, and she got on her knees and swept it really well backward of square.
This time delivery pushed into the offside and she's not able to score.
Even though you're not getting the boundaries, they have to find ways to get the ones and twos to keep the scoreboard ticking.
Delivery that is squeezed into the offside, and a good comeback from Radha after the boundary to complete over number 8.
And when you look at the West Indies batting card, they're 27 for 2. Matthews on 11 off of 21 deliveries. Nation 8 from 14. They really need to find a way to score some runs here, get the singles going, even the twos, to get to a respectable total.
Yes, so wickets here for Pandey and Radha, and good economies right through. In fact, the most expensive being 4. So just to highlight the stranglehold the Indian bowlers have had on the West Indies women.
Yeah, and I really think that the West Indies bowlers should be looking at the India bowlers in the way how they're approaching their game.
Matthews with a big attempt to hit towards the onside, not making contact. Very noticeable that she's looking to make room in her crease, going outside the off stump, looking to go into the onside. There's a fielder on the boundary at the mid-wicket, so she needs to be mindful of that. Off the back foot, punched away. Sweeper is posted, so it will be just a single as she goes to 12, 28 for 2 in the 9th over.
I think right now the discussion between both batters would be what are the score that they are looking for, what they need to do to get to that score, because they just can't be going around and just playing.
Edge by Nation down to third man, or just a single. The return coming in. Very noticeable that the batters are looking to be very aggressive, looking for the boundaries, and you get the impression perhaps it would be more useful to look to pick up the singles because they all accumulate all the time. Matthews in strike, pushing up to mid-on. Can't get the single. So 12 from 24. So strike rate just 50%. Down the track using her feet this time, all along the ground, out towards long off, thinking of a second return coming in. And Nation arriving safely.
And that's good running by both batters. They understand that they really need to get this scoreboard thickening. I mean, they are 31 for 2 within the 9th over. In yesterday's game, within the power play, the India batters, they were 77 without loss.
Matthews will get a single into the offside to complete over number 9. West Indies at the end of it, 32 for 2. So 32 for 2, 9 overs, just a 1 extra. Matthews very important at the crease, 15. And losing the wickets of Campbell and King. Nobody else getting into double figures.
Yeah, when you look at the bowling card for the India team, they have been bowling really well. The economy rate has been under 4 and under. So they have the West Indies battered 32 for 2. And you can see that they only bowl 1 extra. So that is to show the discipline of the India bowlers. So it's really something that the West Indies team should be taking pattern of. It's always good to look at your opposition and try to learn from them.
So bowling change. Pooja Vastrika, medium pacer, coming in as the Indians look to employ both seam and spin. And facing will be Matthews. Matthews on 15. And good start by Vastrika, right on target. Matthews playing up to mid-off, and there's no run. So yesterday, Vastrika, 4 overs, no middens, 1 for 21. Did pretty well, and being introduced there, Marissa would be looking for more wickets for Indian women. Matthews back and pulling it out along the ground, out towards long on, and will get a single as she goes to 16, 30, 33 for 2 over number 10.
You can see that the both batters, they are having some little form of discussion. As I mentioned earlier, Shitty Nation and Haley Matthews should be thinking about trying to get a good score. What are they looking at? What is the target are they looking at? 10.4 overs remaining. Vastrika is on.
Nation pushing along the ground out towards deep extra cover, and the Amber single. This partnership now with 19, so good effort so far, but these two needing to push along and continue to build for their team.
Yes, they're actually building a partnership, but when you look at the amount of balls faced to get that 90 runs, I think they could do much better than that, both batters.
Matthews just pushing that into the offside for another single, and the total will go up by that single to 35. So needing to get a good platform, but certainly to push along and to get the occasional boundaries.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes when you look at the India bowlers, they are bowling wicket to wicket, but you have to try to make something happen.
Hit into the offside, diving attempt, but not successful in the circle. They've come back. They will come back for the second as good work by the sweeper to her left. So a couple for West Indies, and Nation going to 12, 37 for 2. And
when you look at the run rate, it's 3.8. They're really behind the ball right now. And after the 10 over, halfway through their innings, The West Indies batters, they are 38 for 2.
It's T20 number 2 between West Indies and India. We're in St. Lucia. Hayley Matthews and Shadeen Nation on strike. King and Campbell both going cheaply this morning. Windies won the toss again today, chose to bat. They bowled yesterday with no success. And a slow start so far. They're going to take the single. The Windies side today being captained by Anisa Mohammed in the absence of Stefani Taylor, who I'm delighted to say is joining us now in the commentary box. Good afternoon, Stefani.
Good afternoon, Alex.
We're always disappointed not to see you in the squad, but we know you're out with a right knee injury. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a lot better today. It's still a bit challenging for me to walk up the stairs, but yeah, I'm all right.
Well, Stefani, it's got to be a little frustrating for you to be watching from the sidelines. A resounding victory for India on day 1, a day the Windies women would like to forget, and a bit of a slow start here today. How much do you think they're missing you out there?
I would say a whole lot. I am missing them as well, to be honest.
Oh, a big strike. That's going to run away for 4. A well-needed boundary for the Windies women, coming off the bat of Shadeen Nation. That's the end of the over. Windies are 40 for 2. Got right down, got hold of that one. Ran away from the fielder. So the Windies women with some injury trouble. Stefani, no Deandra Doughton. We see Shakira Selman is out for this match, having bowled so beautifully yesterday. And I mean, it meant a whole lot of changes had to happen.
Yeah, I think for Selman it's just precautionary. You know, she's been struggling with her knee, so it's a bit swollen today. So decided to just, you know, let her rest.
This match, and I expect every match until the end of the year for the Windies in preparation for the World Cup in Australia in 2020. So all the injury concerns will be on the minds of the Windies selectors and management. Oh, that's well struck. That's going to go all the way. Just got an edge, got away from the fielder. 4 runs. You see the delivery there, just got an edge to it, just away from the fielder's reach. Run away to the boundary.
Shot.
It's a nice shot. They'll 1-2 runs there. Come back for the second. Oh, she had to dive in the end. Some very disciplined and proactive feeling from the Indian side. Disciplined bowling. That's why the Windies are currently 49 for 2.
It's hard for me inside here.
Must be very difficult for you, Stefani.
It's really hard.
We did see some good performances from the ladies during the ODI series.
Yeah, there were some good performances. It's just we really need to, carry that over into the T20. They have some really good strikers of the ball, so just need that belief.
There's the strike, but there's a fielder underneath it, and we'll take it comfortably. That's Hayley Matthews' wicket. Came straight down to the long on boundary. Vida Krishnamurti taking a very comfortable catch in the end. A sad sight for the Windies fans. Hayley Matthews gone for 23, Windies 49 for 3. There does just seem to be a lack of belief, Stefani, all around, perhaps from your absence.
I reckon that, with Hayley being back in the squad, and, T20, I'm not playing today, she needs to take more responsibility. Where the batting is concerned, you just don't get that, from her. At this stage is, really crucial, and, seeing that she's a senior player and, could hit the ball a long way. She needed to bat deep in the innings.
Yes, a senior player, although only 21 years old. Natasha McLean, the new batter, 24-year-old right-hand bat out of Jamaica, had a day to forget on the first T20. We'll want to make amends here today.
I'm sure she would want to forget about that.
She's come down the order from yesterday, opened, perhaps that's on purpose, Stefani. You would imagine that she wasn't feeling so comfortable or confident?
I think it's just more depth in the team. We definitely need batters down in the middle there, to hit the ball. I don't think we actually had that yesterday, so I think it's a good move by, the captain and the coach.
Single. Well, yes, Deandra Dottin missing from that middle order in this West Indies team.
Yeah, we are missing Deandra.
What's the update?
She's a destructive player at any given day. I think from what I've heard, she's looking good. She should get back by December to play some cricket in Trinidad.
White
so I'm
ball.
hoping by next year's World Cup, she should be very much fit and ready.
Oh, we wish her all the best, missing her from this series. This is the second of 5 T20s. West Indies will play against the Indian women. Much needed wide there. Bringing up the Windies 50, 51. That's the over. After 12, Windies women are 51 for 3. A couple of questions for you, Stefani Taylor. First one, Shakira Selman. You said it was precautionary that she's out here. She bowled so beautifully yesterday as we look at the West Indies batting card. Matthews out for 23. King for 7. Campbell not troubling the scorers. Nation and McLean on strike. Nation on 19 off 23. So we would expect, hopefully, to see Selman later on in this series, or?
Oh yeah, she'll definitely be back. Sure of that.
Tight bowling from the Indian bowlers. Deepti and Pandey, both with economy rates under 4. And Poonam Yadav. Stefani, I know you have a sports psychologist, Amanda, working with you out of Trinidad and Tobago. I was thinking this morning, how much of a regular session do you have with her? Is it only when you're experiencing difficulty, or is she a part of the regular training process?
She's definitely a part of the regular training process. You know, players sometimes it's not just cricket, but you know, personal stuff that you think you know might be affecting, you know, cricket-wise. So I think that's definitely good.
So important. Mental health, a big discussion across the globe right now, in sport and otherwise.
Yeah, everywhere you go, especially in sport, you hear you know players talking about mental health. It's definitely important. Something that should be talked about more often.
Yeah, you're only as good as your last performance. Lots of pressure on batters. We saw the Indian women come out and bat quite pressure-free yesterday. A distinct difference with how the Windies have started today. Oh yes, that's well struck. That's going to go all the way. Wow. That is a 6 runs in any ground anywhere in the world. Yes, Natasha McLean will be glad to get that under her belt. First 6 of the innings. That's what we know she can do, right,
It's about
Stefani?
playing your natural game. And you know, you spoke about the Indian batters yesterday. They played a natural game. And I think that's exactly what's missing from us. We're not playing our natural game.
And why do you think that is? Why aren't they playing their natural game? I know in the ODIs they're playing for championship points, but these T20s, these are preparation. This is the moment to do it.
Yeah, I agree. These are practice, you know, going into next year's World Cup. Sometimes I really question myself to why, with this talent, we, you know, struggle sometimes to put away the ball. And in the nets, it's different. Like, you'll bowl to some of these players in the nets and you've been dispatched and you hear 6 and 4.
After 13, Windies 59 for 3. Yes, somehow they've got to bring that confidence, that relaxation they have in the nets into the middle. That's why I asked you about the sports psychologist. Nation on 20, McLean there on 7 off 5, having just struck a big 6.
I think Amanda has been doing a really good job so far. She has helped a lot of these players, I mean a lot of us players.
It's a new coaching setup as well in Windies women. And that's well struck. Just the single. I get the feeling from the camp, Stefani, that the new coaches, there's a real feeling of family.
Yeah, we stress a lot on family. With Ryan Griffith, he's so good. Having, you know, feeling challenge.
That's right, Rayon Griffith, Courtney Walsh, Gus Logie, the coaching staff, and the fitness coach and Shane Cooper. Because if they have this sense and feeling of family, then it's you don't feel like there will be punitive things happen. You don't fear losing your wicket. You feel supported. I would imagine that's important.
I think we're in a adjusting period as well.
There's Rayon Griffith and Gus Logie.
We're in a adjusting period as well. You know, a lot of the things that's being introduced to us is quite new. You know, with Courtney having all of that experience under his belt and, you know, transferring that to the girls, it's amazing. And as I said, with Ryan, with his fielding challenges, is really good too.
Oh, that struck down the ground. It's over the fielder's head. Won't probably have enough on it to get to the boundary, but 2 runs. These 1s and 2s going to be vastly important for the Windies women. The boundary's not coming as freely as they would like.
Yeah, I think it's always important that if you're not getting the boundaries, you keep the scoreboard ticking. Played.
Windies women going to have to get moving. Only 65 runs off their almost 14 overs. We saw the total 185 set by India in the first T20. We know their batting pedigree. They're also showing us what good, disciplined bowling and aggressive fielding they have. Well, she'll take it.
Run it, run it, run it.
And it goes all the way to the boundary. A little luck. Much needed for the Windies team. So after 14, the Windies women are 69 for 3.
Hey parents, are you looking for an academy in Queens and Long Island for your boys and girls? Whether you're a beginner or an advanced player, Queens United Cricket Academy is the place to be. Registrations for spring and summer sessions are now open. For more information, visit our website at qca.org.
Good afternoon from the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground. Welcome back. Any of you just joining us, just about 20 after 2 in the afternoon here. Eastern Caribbean. And these women playing India in their second T20. Currently 69 for 3. I'm in the commentary box with Stefani Taylor, who is out with a knee injury.
Challenging bowler. I hate to bat against her.
Why is that, Poonam Yadav?
She's just too slow.
You can't get any...
You have to generate all of that pace.
Yes. Distinguishes herself with a very lofted balls. Lots of flight. Tiny lady, not 5 foot.
Is she actually 5 foot?
No, not yet 5 foot. Just underneath. In fact, she started as a medium pace bowler, but was advised because of her height to change her style. It's been working for her.
I would advise her to.
Well, you know how effective she is if you hear Stefani Taylor say she doesn't like to bat against her. At least, you know, she didn't quite get hold of it, but at least she's looking aggressive coming down the wicket. That's what you want to see.
Showing positive sign here. How I actually got through to playing her is sitting on the back foot. That's helped me a lot because you let the ball come to you so you could generate that pace.
How much do the girls and the members of the team come to you and ask you advice like that? How do you play this bowler? What do you do in this situation?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Why is that?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
You would think they have this resource in the team after
But
15. The Windies 73 for 3.
In meetings, I do talk about it because I don't get players to, come and ask. So I would, talk how I would play a certain bowler.
At the end of 15 overs, West Indies women 73 for 3.
Thank you very much to Stefani Taylor, sitting in the commentary box with us. Always wonderful to see the captain, even though she is not on the field. We wish her so much better. I'd like to welcome back to the commentary box cricket analyst, Claudius Emmanuel.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Well, Claudius, you get a sense that the Windies women starting to feel a sense of urgency, a sense of purpose, try to get a score on the board.
Yes, over number 16, run rate of 4.9. It's important that these two really push along deep into the innings to see if they could really get West Indies to a much more challenging total. At this stage now, it's a little insufficient, you'd have to say.
Pandey getting away with one there. Windies women will know that they've got to put some kind of score on this board, having watched the heroics of 15-year-old Shafali Verma yesterday, who broke her idol, Sachin Tendulkar's record. Straight to the fielder. The long on boundary, just the single. So Shafali Verma became the youngest Indian to score a half-century in an international game. 15 years and 285 days. That surpasses Tendulkar, who was 16 and 214 days when he scored his first half-century in international cricket. That was in 1989, well before Shafali Verma was ever heard of.
Yeah, McLean thinking that she perhaps would have missed out there, a full toss that she might have made a little better of. Taking it on the pad.
I was talking with the captain, Claudius, about the Windies women, Windies batters not looking very confident, looking tentative, not playing with any sort of self-belief. As if in answer. Beautifully shot. Beautiful shot along the ground, 4 runs.
Yes, good shot by Nation. It was pitched up and she went full-blooded and hitting it along the ground to the right of the fielder and all the way to the boundary for 4. It's always difficult, Alex, with losing early wickets, and it sort of saps the energy, and it really requires a lot of confidence in your game and in your technique. And maybe West Indies put on the back foot because of the early wicket losses.
Yeah, you're probably right, Claudius. That's 16th over. Windies 81 for 3. Confidence would have been lacking with the loss of the early wickets, and of course the big loss in the match yesterday.
Yes, of course, because the momentum, of course, playing against them. And so, but they've got an opportunity here, 81 for 3, still some 4 overs left. They're scoring at 5.08. And at this rate here, you think that they really need to pick up the score with the last 4 overs, but they've got the resources to do it, because with McLean at the crease, with the power that she packs, you'd expect that really it's an opportunity now to look to go over the top and get a few maximums to really push the total to, I would think, close to 130, 140 from here on.
Yeah, particularly with Kaishona Knight and Chanel Henry still to come. Able batters to back her up. Some calypso music out around the ground, and the beautiful Beau Séjour in Grosile St. Lucia. Lush green hills, houses dotted amongst them. Deepti Sharma back. Oh, she's gone. Given another stumping. Tanya Bhatia takes her second victim.
Actually, it looks like caught behind. As the umpire Gustav, the standing umpire, giving the decision, looks like a
caught behind.
Yeah, caught behind.
Let's have a look at that again. Shadeen Nation gone for 32. Yep, caught Bhatia.
Yes, looking like a delivery that was too close to cut and walking back. So 81 now for 4. As we look at it on the replay delivery, that she's making room, and
yes,
good
indeed.
catch by Bhatia, coming up with a sharp catch, keeping hold of it nicely. And disappointment for West Indies nation going.
Indeed, it deceived me. I thought she had stumped her, but it was a catch. Chanel Henry, we just called her name, coming out to join Natasha McLean.
So Henry joining McLean, and well, the loss of the wicket, not good for the West Indies point of view, but Henry would have to really get into her straps very, very quickly indeed. Not a lot of deliveries left, and she's in strike. So important for her here at the start of the innings, perhaps, to take the strike over, turn the strike over to McLean, who has been in for a while, and you'd expect her to do the bulk of the scoring, the non-striker now.
Oh, direct hit. This Indian fielding has been so impressive.
So good work at the non-strikers end, the return coming in, but umpire Gustad indicating that Henry would have just made her ground, and so no damage done. Wow, not sliding in.
her bat was questionable there. She was there, but the bat was up.
Wow, that's mighty close.
It's very close indeed.
Well, no third umpire in this, so West Indies getting the opportunity.
Oh, a good chance. This brings up, Claudius, this point about having the facility to review these balls.
Yes, in fact, we would have had an occasion yesterday where a player might have been dismissed had there been the third umpire, and maybe another case on this last occasion.
About 5 cases during the ODI series.
Quick single there, bit of hesitation, but good backing up on the offside. So one more. West Indies doing it in singles here, but you get the impression that boundaries are what West Indies women need.
Absolutely, they're going to need more than singles. Oh, well struck, but there's a fielder comfortably underneath it, and it's taken. Oh dear. Natasha McLean, very disappointed, swinging her bat in frustration.
Yes, disappointment here for McLean and West Indies. You got the impression that the ball was there to be hit, but perhaps a little bit more power, more elevation.
She didn't quite middle it.
Down the throat of the fielder on the boundary at long off, Mandana. And McLean going for 17.
That means the Windies have sunk to 84 for 5.
Look at it, using her feet and not getting hold of it. And in the end, a good catch by the fielder, backpedaling and aware of the rope behind her and taking it chest height. And really
the Indian fielders are so good. They haven't really been put under any pressure today. All of the catches fairly straightforward. So as we see Kaishona Knight coming out to bat. Had a pretty good start yesterday. They'll need everything she's got and more now in these last few overs. After 17, the Windies are 84 for 5. So Claudius, how much do you think the Windies women are missing Stefani? They had some good performances during the ODI series. Stefani not able with her right knee to come out into this T20 series. They've seemed to lack confidence, haven't been able to put together a batting performance.
Yes, and I think it's a measure of the impact that Stephanie has on the team and the contribution that she makes. So she would have been missed in the batting, missed in the bowling, and missed in the fielding as well. And so it's a huge void that her absence represents for the West Indies.
As the Indian bowling, 2 wickets for Deepti, 1 for Pandey, 1 for Radha Yadav, and Vastrakar also took 1, all with good economy rates. India coach will be happy to see those numbers.
So a single here by Knight. So 17 legal deliveries left in the innings. West Indies women needing to make maximum of it to push this total beyond 100.
Now, the Windies will hope, of course, to have their big hitters back in time for the World Cup. The Deandra Dottin, Stefani Taylor, and Shakira Selman back in the bowling attack, etc. But while they don't, what an opportunity for these batters, for these players to take responsibility.
Fortunately, we have not seen that so far. This is game number 2. So a single tonight. Total going up to 86 for 5.
Kaishona Knight's sister Kaisia Knight also out with injury. Matthew Parchment, the physio, will have a lot of work to do. Get everyone back to full fitness.
Knight looking to go onto the onside, not making contact. Good thinking. Needs to negotiate 2 fielders out on that boundary though.
Opted for the softer hands to get the single. What would you say would be a projected score at this stage, Claudius?
Well, I would say they would do well to get to 115. So I would be a little generous and give 115.
It will leave the Windies bowlers with some work to do. As we saw how efficiently and quickly the Indian batters racked up their runs yesterday.
So 1 delivery left in the 18th over. So in fact 115 from here will take some doing. So 13 legal deliveries left. Nice. Good work by the bowler, diving away to left and keeping Knight on strike to complete over 18.
Windies 88 for 5. This is the second T20 in a series of 5 matches, so worst case scenario, were the Windies to lose here, they'd still have a chance to make themselves back into the series. Have a look at the batting card. Not impressive viewing. 23 for Matthews, 32 for Nation, 17 for McLean. Otherwise, very small numbers, single digits.
Good running here as the combination of Knight and Henry cross for 2. So that brace takes West Indies to 90 for 5. Only 5 wickets down, so you can afford to take a few chances.
Just over the head of Poonam Yadav, which is not hard to do.
Singles been taken here, so 91.
I expect these first couple of performances at least will give the Windies women's side a sense of the work they have to do before next year's World Cup. They've got a couple of months to get themselves in finer form. Stefani Taylor was mentioning they are going through a bit of a transition, a new coaching setup.
Yes, and of course they've got 3 games left in the series, so opportunities to really put the principles into practice and for the team to gel.
A little bit of a break in the action here. Something going on with Chanel Henry. Oh, she's all right, thank goodness. She was concussed in the ODI series and has a tendency to be a bit accident prone. Glad to see she's all right. Oh, that's well struck. And a rare misfield by the Indians allows it through for 4 runs.
Yes, good result for the West Indies. Not good fielding on the boundary at deep mid-wicket. The 2 fielders converging and a little sloppy. And the ball trickling from the tip of the fingers and into the boundary. So West Indies will welcome that as they go to 95. 95 for 5.
Full toss. Not fully taken advantage of there. A little half-hearted swing.
Yes, might have done better with that. And they're going a couple of bounces to the fielder, so just a single from the full toss.
Only 8 4s and 1 6 in this innings. Can't imagine it will be enough. Some good intent at least being shown.
Powerful stroke, but straight to the fielder, so just a single. West Indies inching close to the 100 mark. But they would need a lot more, you think, to really challenge the strong India batting.
Well, that was also well struck, but straight to a fielder for just the single, ending the over. So after 19, the Windies women 98 for 5. You know, Claudius, when I look at this India team, I'm reminded and struck by how big India is, what a big population they have, and of course the high level of cricket they're playing across their country. An opportunity maybe the Windies women don't get. We saw the 15-year-old Shafali Verma yesterday. At 15 years old, she's playing cricket at the highest level.
Yes, in fact, and I think you're right about this, because when I heard about the 15-year-old, I was like, wow, you know, many opportunities for them to play a much bigger country, as you indicate. And so the volume of cricket that the Indians are exposed to, I think it really does contribute to them really improving the quality of their play.
There she is, Shafali Verma, first half century for India yesterday, 73 off 49, becoming the youngest Indian to do it, taking away the record of her idol, Sachin Tendulkar. Extraordinary story of Shafali Verma, whose father disguised her as a boy when she was little to play cricket, as there were no facilities available for young girls. Isn't this the story of women's sport around the world? And here she is now, playing at the highest level and doing her country proud. She was the player of the match.
Shona Knight backing away, final over of the innings and missing outside the off stump. She needs to really take advantage of the fielders in the inner ring. This time leg side, she swings at it and it goes behind the keeper. It's been pursued and they'll pick it up inside the boundary. Return coming in, but they complete 3.
Which brings up the 100 for the Windies, finally. Smattering of applause around the ground, some relieved faces.
Yes, it's been a difficult road for the West Indies. But at least the 100 coming up. 4 deliveries left in the innings. They need to really push on and get take maximum advantage of those 4 deliveries.
There's Courtney Walsh and Gus Logie looking less than impressed at their charges. Probably assessing the work that needs to be done between now and the World Cup. Stumped. She's gone. Chanel Henry trying something coming down the wicket, but Tanya Bhatia has been so effective behind those stumps. So Chanel Henry will have to go back in, the Jamaican going for 8, and the Windies women slumping to 101 for 6.
Yes, good from the bowler there, showing it a little wider as Henry came down and walking right past it. And in the end, regulation stumping by Batia, just clipping the bears off. And really enjoying her work as the 6th wicket goes down.
They are enjoying it, India. They're enjoying it here in St. Lucia on the beautiful beaches on their off days, enjoying Rodney Bay. As we see Shanita Grimmond coming out to bat. She replaced Shakira Selman in today's lineup. 21-year-old Guyanese.
So she's going to be on strike.
And that's it. Very straightforward catch directly to the fielder. Has a bit of a laugh. Can't believe how easy her work is today. Disappointing. It's a golden duck for young Grimmond. Learning the hard way. Caught by Jemima, one of the better fielders in the Indian side. Bowled by Deepti. She goes without troubling the scorers. The Windies women in trouble now, 101 for 7.
Yeah, always difficult in the final over coming in, and really you have no choice but to look to be positive. And a big drive coming off the outer portion of the bat and lobbing it outside, and a comfortable catch to the fielder at extra cover, and so the bowler on a hat-trick.
Deepti Sharma on 4 for 9.
So the batsman having crossed, so Knight struck on the pad as she's looking to hit into the onside. So 2 deliveries left in the innings. In fact, 1 delivery left.
Alia Aline, the young Barbadian. Manages to get it away. Just the single in it. I was surprised, Claudius, not to see Alia Aline being bowled yesterday. She had her debut in Antigua and bowled so beautifully. You would expect that she will be in the lineup today.
So 103 for 7. West Indies from the 20 overs, and the sort of effort that they would be disappointed with. 107 for 3 with Matthews.
103 for 7. Yeah.
3 for 7.
And quite a laboured 103 for 7. Only Matthews with 23, Nation with 32, and McLean with 17, getting into double figures. Really missing the core of this team in the absence of Stefani Taylor, Deandra Dottin et al. 103. Well, we know that the opening partnership of the Indians yesterday was a whole heap more than that. We look at the bowling figures.
Yes, so the pick of the bowlers, Dipti picking up 4 for 10, and a wicket each for Pandey, Radha and Vastrika. But importantly, good economies for the Indian bowlers right through. Vastrika, the only one above 7.7. So good bowling effort by the Indians.
They will have a rather relaxed afternoon as the target for India will be 104. So it's the innings break here. on the second T20. 104 runs will be what India needs. A paltry score from the Windies women. And not their best effort again today on day 2 of this T20 series. Match number 2, as I welcome Marissa Aguilera back into the commentary box. Let's have a look at the wickets.
Hi, Alex. When you look at Stacey and King there, very soft dismissal. That she will be disappointed about that. Next to go, Shemaine Campbell. Just dragging off her crease a bit. Then we had Hayley Matthews getting caught on the long on boundary, trying to get going, but unfortunately could not have done so. You had Shitty Nation getting caught behind, playing the ball a bit too close to her. And Natasha McLean coming down to the end, trying to get some big hitting. But Mandana, safe hands.
And a straightforward catch. There we have another stumping. Tanya Bhatia, been devastating to the Windies team this afternoon. Shanita Grimmond, first ball, having to go right away, hell for leather, and a straightforward catch for Jemima Rodriguez. So that was the story this morning, Marissa. Not a performance with which they will be thrilled.
Yeah, no, the West Indies women would be really disappointed with this batting effort, 104 to win. The India batters, they have been batting really well. They have a good batting attack. When you look at how they bowl, I really hope that the West Indies bowlers, they will be looking on to really see that what was taking place. They bowl wicket to wicket.
We're in beautiful St. Lucia at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground in a little town called Beauséjour in Gros-Islet. And Daren Sammy himself joined us yesterday and did his first ever, can you believe, pitch report, and at his own ground to boot.
I'm here looking at this pitch. It's one of my favorite part of this ground. I know Ken Crafton always prepares a very good cricket wicket. West Indies have had a lot of success here, especially during the World Cup. Right here where you see this inch of grass, you will see that covering throughout. But it's one thing I know, the pitch don't change. So I'm expecting whichever captain wins the toss, they're gonna bowl first, especially with some rain around. But normally, a very good cricket wicket.
Well done, Daren Sammy, for your first time out, looking smashing as always. Daren Sammy on the front of the Zing, cover of the Zing magazine on Liat. And in fact, I read in that interview with him that when he debuted for the Windies back in the day, it was the style to wear very baggy pants. And his first night out with the guys, they turned him back and said, no, go and change those pants. Well, now he's gone to the other extreme in a pair of leggings last night. Sammy?
I mean, he's known for that, right? He's known for that.
Absolutely. Does his physical workout, loves his fashion. As you see the breeze fluttering through the flags there for this tour. India touring the West Indies. They played 3 ODIs. India won that 2-1. And they won the first T20 yesterday. This is the second T20. West Indies women scored 103. 104 will be the target. The Windies bowlers have it all to do, Marissa.
Hi, I'm Moin Ashraf from All Rounder Cricket, and today we're going to review the brand new 2019 Jasper Skydrive 117 cricket shoes. Every cricketer should look for 3 features in a cricket shoe: support, comfort and durability, and the Jasper Skydrive 117 offer these in abundance. A long-lasting cushion insock conforms to your foot's shape, providing not only the cushioning and comfort you need, but valuable energy return, impact protection and adaptive support. On the market for $59.99, these cricket shoes are a high-level cricket shoe at a fraction of the price.
Welcome back. We're in St. Lucia for the T20s. The first T20 was yesterday, and we witnessed history here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground. 15-year-old wonder kid, Shafali Verma, opened the batting for India.
Good start. Last ball of the second over. Hits this one over there. Can it go for 6?
6 runs.
We wanted to hit the ball in that direction.
Oh, it's up in the air and it's down the ground. That's going to be all the way. That's 6 runs.
Doesn't happen. Could that be the chance? Oh no. That is 6 runs.
And that's the half century for the young Shafali Verma, 15 years old.
Keep going, girls.
And it would, if I'm not wrong, her first half century in international cricket, being congratulated by Smriti.
Working, girls. Come on.
It's up in the air again.
Up in the air. Haley gets a chance to redeem herself and it's gone for 6.
Oh, this is a bit of a top edge. Someone underneath this. A comfortable catch now. First wicket gone. Kaishona Knight finally holds on to the catch to get the first wicket for the West Indies. Monstrous, tremendous, confident batting from that young woman yesterday. She won Player of the Match for her performance. Just truly impressive. Marissa?
Yeah, really, really impressive. I think some of the West Indian batters should be really taking some note out of her book. She's just 15 years with such confidence and going along it with such grace and aggression.
She got tremendous bat speed as well, hasn't she? Really gets through the ball quickly.
Yeah, and it's always good to have good bat speed. You always listen to the coaches telling you about your bat speed, and it have the once you have that bat speed, you can get the ball out of the park pretty quickly once you pick up the line of it. And she did that very well.
There she is today. Shafali Verma, 15 years and 285 days. Youngest Indian to strike a half century in international cricket. She will be batting alongside Smriti Mandhana, the same opening pair. No changes in this India lineup, unsurprisingly, after a fantastic showing in the first T20. I think... Marissa, there is an element for someone like Shafali Verma to have confidence and to feel free to play her game and swing the bat because she has so much depth behind her in the squad.
Yes, it's an opportunity that she has given just to go out there and express herself. You know, she just played 5 matches, 15 years, her highest. Yesterday scored 73, 137 runs, an average of 27.4, and she is someone for the future.
Someone for the present.
She'll be a force to be reckoned with. And you have the Under-19 World Cup coming up in 2021, so she will definitely be in that lineup for the India team.
The veteran Mithali Raj is retired from T20 international cricket. That's Smriti Mandhana. Another idol, 23 years old, first Indian to play 100 T20s, T20 internationals, very well loved and respected in her team. She's the vice captain of this T20 squad. She also had a fantastic knock yesterday, 67. Haven't said much about that.
And that's Chanel Henry getting things going for the West Indies bowlers. You can see Shemaine Campbell trying to keep the team going. I mean, they will need a lot of that because there's a really small total to defend, 104.
It will be very important for the Windies to be aggressive early. It's a small total to defend. We saw the Indian bowlers so disciplined. A proactive field for them as well. Windies will have to mirror that. You never know what can happen in cricket, Marissa.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about going back into the dressing room or at the hotel and, you know, having discussion with the analysts to see ways they can improve their game.
Oh, that's going to go all the way for 4. Alia Aline trying to stop it. Didn't get down quite in time, it looked like. Some Indian music blasting from the sound system here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground, and Indian flag in the stand as well. Girls getting support all the way here in St. Lucia.
I think that's a bit of bad bowling by Henry. They spoke about earlier how they're trying to bowl wicket to wicket, and she's bowling outside of the off stump, which I think is still giving the India batters too much room.
Well, that was a better ball, but flicked away so expertly by the young Shafali. 4 more.
I mean, she clipped that one off her legs. I think she drifted a bit down the leg side, which I think sometimes you need to take in consideration once you're trying to bowl straight. These are the things that will happen. So probably they need to think about the field placing a little deeper.
Oh, again. Oh, no. Some bad fielding there. Natasha McLean using her foot, not able to control the ball. And this start is reminiscent of T20 number 1.
And this is what I'm talking about. She's bowling the ball too wide, Chanel Henry. I think that is something that she struggled with in the first game, in the first T20. She went for 26 runs off of her 1 over. But she needs to understand, if you look at the India bowlers and the way that they bowl, they were bowling wicket to wicket.
Natasha McLean could have backed her up a bit there too. Another good strike down the ground all the way. Is that all the way? It looked it. What is the signal from the umpire? 4 runs. Must have taken just a little bounce before the boundary. Chanel Henry with another expensive outing. 18 runs off the over. India, after the first over, 18 without loss. Courtney Walsh and Rhian Griffith not very impressed. You can see in your foreground the media officer for the Windies women, Nazira Mohammed. She does such a great job, very applied. Anything you need to know about Windies women's cricket, this is the woman to ask. A pleasure to work with. Also an eternal supporter. They'll need that today.
We have Stacey King, a left-arm bowler, coming into the attack. She bowled really well yesterday. She just bowled 3 overs. Three overs for 14 runs, an economy rate of 4.66.
I'm surprised to see Chanel Henry back in the bowling lineup. Marissa, after her 26 runs off her over yesterday.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned. I think sometimes they believe in the players, so they really try to give them that opportunity to redeem themselves. But I am concerned why I'm not seeing Leah Alling on the ball, who has done extremely well in the ODI series. And I think she has the ability to bowl straight wicket to wicket. And on this pitch in St. Lucia, you really need to be bowling wicket to wicket, because any loose balls will be put to the boundary.
Yeah, I agree. You've got to question Anisa Mohammed's decision on that one. Especially since Chanel Henry probably would have felt a little rattled by yesterday's performance. Anyway, Stacey King to bowl, Shafali Verma to face. And that struck away. That's going to run all the way. Another masterclass being put up here by the Indian women. 23 runs on the board in the second over.
Yeah, and you can see that the Indian batters, They're on top of things yet another time. And the West Indies team, they just need to get their act together. The West Indies, the India batters, they're on their way to victory. If they continue like this, just within the second over.
Oh, full toss, and that's another one. Banged into the onside, 4 runs. This is a story here about confidence and a lack of confidence. That 15-year-old Shafali Verma seeing the ball big like a breadfruit.
Yes, Alex, and we are just into the second over of the innings. That's the importance of making sure you start well.
Anisa Mohammed, the captain, gonna have to use all her skill here to try to keep her players motivated. We see some Indian supporters raising the flag. As well they should. It's been a masterful performance from the Indian side. That's a wide ball, that's not what you need. Marissa, if you were captaining this side, what would you do? What would be your moves at a stage like this?
I think right now it's all about trying to help motivate the players. I mean, there is so many of these players don't know to motivate themselves, so they really need that motivation from other players, from their captain, you know, being really involved in the game right now. And especially as a wicket keeper, Shemaine Campbell, you know, she will be. It's gonna run away. A good stop by Kaishona Knight. She really works well on the boundary. But it's all about trying to get them, you know, up and going, because you can see they look a bit heavy. Not much support on the field, but it's always trying to get them up and going. So motivation would be the key. I don't know who is going to put up their hands to try to get them going, but if I was in, that was something that I would have been doing.
Well fielded by Kaishona Knight down on the boundary. That's what we didn't see Natasha McLean do. She got right down, collected it with her hands.
And Alex, when you look at this team, it's the same team. Well, basically most of them are the same team from the World Cup recently in November. So these players are not short of skill. So you're wondering what is the issue. And I think it's more mental than anything else.
Another fine shot that will make its way to Alia Aline, just the single. Well, I would agree with you, Marissa, which is why I was asking Stefani Taylor about the sports psychologist. It's the end of the over. Indian women 30 without loss. There does seem to be a little bit of crisis of confidence as we look at the Indian batting card. Shafali Verma, the 15-year-old, 27 off 9. Mandana playing the supporting role. 2 off 3, 30 runs on the board already. But you make a good point, Marissa. As the same team, they're not lacking experience nor skill. 18 runs off Chanel Henry's over, 12 off Stacey Ann King's. All right, we've called for her, we've asked for her, and here she is, Alia Aline, brought into the bowling attack.
Yes, I will really be looking to see what she does here. I mean, after seeing 2 of her senior players going for 18 and 12, I think it's all about putting my hands up and saying, Skip, I think I can break this partnership and get something done for my team.
Alia Aline, one of the younger players, 24 years old, and she got her debut for the Windies in the ODI series before this. So relatively inexperienced at the international level, but as we've been saying, all tour has a real opportunity here in the absence of some of the players to make an impact, to do something. Try to change the game. We saw Gajnabi do it in the first ODI. Yeah, real difficult job for a stand-in captain in the absence of Stefani Taylor.
And sometimes when you look at these situations, you mostly point at the captain, but there are so many senior players on the field, so they can be going to the captain trying to resolve situations, ways where they can break this partnership, because it's a thinking, cricket is a thinking game, so everyone have to be thinking on their feet. It's not just about the captain, but it's about everyone coming together to try to do something for the team.
Great point. Perhaps an over-reliance on the captain, and we see in the absence of Stefani. In fact, Stefani said the same thing to me. She'd like to see the players taking a little more individual responsibility, believing in themselves, not relying on the players like her.
And that's all about making sure that mentally
Bang down the ground, collected at the boundary.
Yeah, so it's all about making sure that mentally they are maturing and not really depending on other players to improve them, to try to support them, because you must be able, I mean, after playing for such a long period, you must be able to be a self-motivator, be able to lift yourself up when things are not going well.
Well done, Alia Ali, in a rear dot ball on a hot, windy, cloudy day in St. Lucia. 2 dot balls in this over. Oh dear, full toss. And just a couple of bounces to the boundary, 4 runs. So Alia Aline getting a taste of the medicine being dished out here by the Indian women.
And I think that was a bit of a loose delivery by Aliyah, and bowling that one full was a full toss. And she just got back, and Mandana just swing at that and make full use of it and taking it to the boundary for 4.
So the one boundary, a bit of a blemish in that over. Indian women 37 without loss. T20 number 2 in St. Lucia. We're at the Daren Sammy cricket ground. That's the batting card. Shafali Verma, the 15-year-old, coming off a brisk half century yesterday, 28 off 11. And talking about her, we haven't spoken much about Smriti Mandana. Here's the schedule. And we see the second T20 in St. Lucia today. And then on to Guyana, November 14th, 17th, and 20th for the final 3 T20s in the series.
So we have the captain, Anisa Mohammed, into the attack.
Lots on her mind, lots on her shoulders. Bit short, that ball. Lucky it was just the 2 off of it. Remember, Smriti Mandana, the fastest 50 for India in Women's T20 International in just February of this year against New Zealand, had a 50 off 24 balls. So she's no slouch. This happened yesterday, and I like the idea of it. Just taking a little more time. The 15-year-old, she wants to bat. She wants to go quickly.
I'm wondering what is the thought process behind Anisa Mohammed. I mean, she went around the wicket. I'm wondering if she needs to really keep close to the batters if she's deciding to keep on that area.
Keep working, girls. Let's support ladies. Let's support ladies. Come on, girls. Come on.
Oh. Wide ball.
Anything down the leg, Alex. Anything.
I need Sir Curtly Ambrose here to object on all of our behalves. Not sure why that's a wide ball. Oh, catch it. Oh, no. An opportunity there. Goes missing again for Natasha McLean. An effort. 4 runs.
You know, when you look at Natasha McLean, she's normally a player who loves to take catches, but she's not getting off the ground. She's not moving as accustomed. So I'm a bit worried about her.
Fitness coach Shane Cooper will be watching closely, no doubt. Will demand a little more from his players in terms of athleticism, physical fitness. This is a professional game, the women's game around the world. India displaying just that to us. Alia Aline back.
Well bowled by Allen. I think she just needs to continue to keep it consistent. She had a loose delivery in her last over.
Oh, it's in the air. Oh no! All the way. Really could have seen a bit more of an effort there from Kaishona Knight, but it was at the boundary. That's the 50 up for India. 6 runs in the end. Let's watch this delivery from Ali Aline. Struck, and it looked like it was in the line of Kaishona Knight. At the last minute, she decided not to go for it. At least an effort with hands up. Oh my goodness! Look at the faces of the coaching staff. A little encouragement from Rhian Griffith, but Courtney Walsh not having it. I guess she was right on the boundary, wasn't she, Marissa?
Yeah, this time, don't matter how far the ball is, you have to make an effort. You must make an effort. You're at a situation where the team is 50 without loss in 4.3. Something needs to be done.
Oh, and that's straight down the ground, 4 runs. The Indian women making this look extraordinarily easy. And I take your point, Marissa, that at this stage you've got to, even to put a sense of doubt in your opponent's minds, show the body language that they're still fighting you yet. Shona Knight again, struggling down on that boundary. An easy 2 in the end. India making this run chase look like like a walk in the park, or we're in St. Lucia, I used to say a walk on the beach.
Yeah, and you're looking at Aliyah Alling, and this is her second T20 game.
It's the last ball of the over, a jogged single. So after 5, India 57 for no loss.
Hey parents, are you looking for an academy in Queens and Long Island for your boys and girls? Whether you're a beginner or an advanced player, Queens United Cricket Academy is the place to be. Registrations for spring and summer sessions are now open. For more information, visit our website at qca.org.
Yeah, we welcome back Claudia to the commentary. Oh my gosh, what is going on with me? I think the West Indies ladies have me a bit confused right now. But welcome.
Yes, pretty rapid rate there by India. 11.4 runs per over. 57 without loss after 5. This can finish very, very quickly indeed. Mohammed, the captain, will have other ideas. And she's coming into Shafali. She's 42 from 18. Again, using a feet, it's straight to mid-off. And there's no run. So the Indian batters, they're showing the nimbleness of feet, and they've been very positive. That's why they have rattled up to 57 without loss. Possibility of a catch, but it will fall safely. And Shafali will get a single to take the total to 58. 58 without loss. West Indies needing some inspiration, Marisha.
Yeah, they really need some inspiration. They need something special. You know, Anisa Mohammed, the captain, she have the ability to always pull out something special. Had a 5-wicket haul in the first ODI. So hopefully she can do something.
Ball. A red dot ball for Mohammed. Keeping Mandana quiet.
And if you look at the area that she bowled that ball, that was wicket to wicket.
Swung away, out through square leg. Long run for the fielder, but it'll be unsuccessful as it goes into the boundary for 4. So another boundary to Mandana, taking the total to 62 without loss. She goes to 17.
And when you look at that ball, Lisa ball, she was a bit short and faster. The previous ball, she was slower, she was straight on the wicket. So it's all about trying to maintain a consistent line and not trying to do too much. Once you get a dot ball, you go again, you try to figure out ways where you can get a wicket.
Down the leg side, bad delivery, put away again. This time to long leg, just pull back from the boundary. And they'll come back for 2. So 2 deliveries down the leg side short and being put away nicely by the Indian batters. Total going to 64. This is over number 6.
That's a much better ball by Anisa Mohammed. And after the 6th over, the India batters, they are 64 without loss. So at the first game in the power play, the India batters, they were 77. You look at the scorecard, you have Shafali on 43, Mandana on 19. They had a really good power play, and I think that is something that the West Indies team was lacking in their power play over. When you look at the bowling card for the West Indies, you see Henry going for 18, Stacey and King 12, Alling 10. So not to the West Indies bowlers, they are not doing too well. And I often speak about trying to learn from the opposition and the way how India bowlers went about their business with the ball. And I think sometimes when you're back in the pavilion and you're sitting, you need to look and you can see what is happening out there and ways where you can improve your game. And we have Afi Fletcher, the right arm leg break bowler. Hopefully she can break this partnership
So some leg break being introduced by Mohammed. Let's see how she does. Good start by Fletcher. Right on the ball. And important from her point of view that she has good control. Using her feet, will get a single down to long on.
Yeah, Fletcher has been one of the go-to bowlers for the West Indies team. I mean, for the past couple of games, she has not been getting it to probably the way she wants it to. But these things are expected. Not all the time you'll be at your best, but it's all about trying to get yourself up and running again. You know, it's 2 back-to-back games, short space of time to think about your mistakes and think about things that you could have done better. But it's all about trusting the process and your preparation. I'm really be hoping that she can get some wickets here.
Now over the round the wicket and keeping Mandana quiet. So another dot ball. So Fletcher so far has done well. Again, another good delivery. And Mandana pushing forward along the ground. Straight to the field at extra cover, no run.
And that's a really good bowling by Fletcher. And that's what it's all about, keeping it close to the batter. Wicket to wicket. She's demonstrating that. Just a little adjustment in the field. The captain coming to short extra cover. She's
and it's a little too straight on this occasion, and Mandana is able to pick up the single through square leg. So this pair continuing from where they left off yesterday, another solid, dominant opening partnership. The right-handed Shafali into strike 44 from 22. Good use of the feet again. We'll get a single to wide, long off.
And that's the good thing about the India batters. They use their feet really well to the spinners. And after the 7th over, they are 67 without loss. So the T20Is here, 2 here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground, and of course continuing at National Stadium in Guyana on the 14th, 17th and 20th. So 5-match series. India, of course, winning the ODI series 3-1, 2-1, correction, and bowling change here as Hayley Matthews will come in with her off breaks. So Mohammed here, Marissa, looking to ring in the changes and looking to present different options to the Indians. Yeah, she has a lot of options on the field, so hopefully she can try using them, try to get a wicket. And that's good bowling, good start by Hayley Matthews. She's an experienced campaigner here. And she's one of the senior players, even though she's a bit young, but she's senior.
Good use of the feet again by Shafali. Will get a single to long on as she inches to her half century. So 46 from 25. Strike rate of 184 as the left-handed Mandana comes into strike. A lot less rapid, 105.2 a strike rate, 20 from 19.
You know, I was listening to the captain interview with Alex in yesterday's game, and she mentioned the work they have been doing with the openers, and you can see that it has been paying off. Right now they are 69 without loss. The first game within the power play they was 77 without loss.
And hit out towards the onside and over the boundary for 6. So 50 coming up for Shefali. So 50 coming up from some 26 deliveries. As she was inside of her stumps, making a lot of room on the offside and opening up the onside and going over square leg for 6. So 2 6s, 7 4s. Strike rate of 200.
Back-to-back half centuries by the young Shefali. The first game, she brought up a 50 with 30 balls. This time around with 26 balls, so she's improving day by day. The most important thing is it's about being consistent. A batter that they can rely on.
Wide delivery from Haley Matthews. No trouble there for umpire Williams to call that wide. That was outside the line of the return crease on the offside.
And when you see the body language of these West Indies players, there's a lot of cause for concern. You're not seeing any support, not much clapping. They're just looking like they're doing it because they want to do it. They don't want to do it, but they're just doing it because not just they're on the field. But something needs to be done. They need to get themselves in after the 8 over the India batters. They are 78 without loss. The India batters, they look really comfortable.
So yes, and so Shefali bringing up her 50s. Here's the 6 that got her to her 50. So start off over number 9, single to Mandana, taking the total to 79. 79 without loss. So Shefali. Down the track, hoiking that out towards mid-wicket and into the boundary ahead of the fielder for 4. So another boundary to Shefali. She goes to 57 and pushing India to 83 without loss. Again, good use of the feet.
Yeah, she's making this look so easy when you look at the India players batting and you look back at the West Indies batting department. You wonder if they are playing on a different pitch.
On this occasion is quiet, just dead batting that in front of her and conceding a red dot ball. 57 coming from 29 deliveries. Down the track getting a full toss and hitting it down to long on for another single. The target 104. So the Indians 20 runs away.
And when you look at once the bowler bowl wicket to wicket, they are not taking any chances at all. So it's all about trying to be consistent, and I'm accustomed saying this word consistency. It is the key.
Fletcher just losing the rhythm here. She's moving into Mandana. Down the leg side wide. Fletcher not having the consistency to bowl wicket to wicket, as Harris has been indicating, so the consistency has been an issue, and the Indians have really capitalized. Delivery that is turned into the onside. They'll just amble a single to bring this over towards its conclusion. So one more to Mandana, 24. Yes, she's gonna come into strike. Delivery, stamping chance, the appeal be going up, but umpire Williams is not interested, so the over comes to an end. At the end of it, 86 without loss. India in search of 104.
It was a good decision by Jacqueline Williams. And the batter had enough time to get back in.
So we stood the opening pair, 86 without loss. Shafali another half century, 58 from 31, and good support from Mandana, 4 from 23.
And when you look at the bowling, you see Afi Fletcher. It was between the Tawns. You know, Henry going for another big over, 18. I mean, they actually set the tone for the India batters. 18 and the King, 12. Alin, 10. Mohammed, 7. Matthews, 11. So the bowling card is not looking too good for the West Indies team. No one was able to break this partnership. We have King back into the attack.
So over number 10, and they'll get a single as the ricochet of the boot of King backed up on the onside. So King 1 for 12 from her solitary over before this, and she's looking to see if she could prize out one of these openers. That has proven to be difficult, and the Indian pair of Shafali and Mandana really enjoying the conditions here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground. Hoiked away out towards the onside. It will beat the two fielders and into the boundary for 4. So again, good use of the feet. Mandana timing the ball nicely, but not only that, picking the gaps as well and hitting that between long on and deep mid-wicket. And another boundary to her as she goes to 62. India 91 without loss.
Can the India batters do this without loss? They are 13 runs away from victory. Really cruising here. You know, after that batting display by the India batters, you would have expected that the Windies would have put up a good score on the board. But unfortunately, was not able to do so.
Field change as Mohammed goes to the boundary at mid-wicket. An extra cover comes into the circle. Clipped away to Mohammed for a single. Mandana ambling a 63rd run as the total goes to 92 without loss.
Shafali, she has just been enjoying herself. 63 from 33 deliveries.
Wide delivery and punched into the offside. The sweeper comes off the boundary, so one more. 93 without loss. This is the 10th over. The target 104. And so the arithmetic quite simple. 11 more required for India to take a 2-0 lead in the series. So King losing her run here, and maybe the West Indies girls wanting to get it over with here, Marissa. It's been a difficult game for them. Lovely shot into the offside. That is going to go close to the boundary. Will just be pulled back. Good work. As Shafali will come back for the second. But nice crisp drive along the ground. And getting a couple. She goes to 65. 95 without loss.
Come on, girls. Come on, girls.
You can hear Shameen Campbell really trying to cheer the troops on. And that's a wide delivery by Stacey and King. These things are expected. Knowing that nothing is going West Indies' way right now. And the players will really try to at least fight to the end, show some fight, even though that they are 8 runs.
Driven into the offside, the long run for Matthews. Diving attempt, but unsuccessful. The ball ricocheting from the attempted fielding and going over the boundary for 4. So really adding insult to injury at the end of the over. 100 coming up for India. 100 without loss at the end of over number 2. So India on the verge of a second successive victory here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground. They are just 1 scoring stroke away from completing a very comfortable victory in the second T20I.
We have Shanita Grimman into the attack.
Some right arm off breaks and needing a miracle here because it's not going to change the equation. But she starts well with a dot ball pushed up into the offside by Mandana.
And the India women, they are 1 hit away from victory.
Good, another good tight delivery. Playing back to Grimman.
Yes, and this is what I'm talking about, consistency. Wicket to wicket. Let's see how long she can keep up this for.
Down the leg side and swung away, and that is going to bring victory for India women as the ball goes into the boundary for 4. So Mandana goes to 30 to complete the victory. India, a comprehensive result here. 104 without loss, so winning by 10 wickets in the 11th over. So some 9.3 overs left, and really it's been a truly comprehensive performance by the Indians, responding to West Indies' paltry total of 103 for 6, and a very, very comfortable victory in the end for India. Their opening partnership of Shafali and Mandana, again with a 100-run partnership, and really making it a most forgetful occasion for the West Indies team. Marissa, your reaction?
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed. What I've seen by this West Indies team for the past 2 days. The India batters, Shafali, the young 15-year-old, she has done extremely well. She went out there, she expressed herself with the support by Mandana. They really did well throughout the series. Kudos go to the India player in the way how they went out about their business in both bat and ball and fielding department. Unfortunately, the West Indies team have a lot to think about heading over to Guyana. When you look at that batting card, you can see Shafali not out on 69 from 35 deliveries, and Mandana not out in 30 of 28 deliveries.
Indeed. And the bowling. Yes, the West Indies really, everybody's struggling. And just look at the economy, 18, 13, 10, and very few dot balls there. No maidens, and just the 10.3 overs. India, 104 without loss. An indication that the Indians really dominated all aspects of the game, Marissa. They fielded better, they were more aggressive, and when they batted, they were absolutely ruthless. And from the indication of what we have seen over those 2 days, West Indies needed a lot of work to do to match up to India for the balance of the T20I series.
Yeah, they have 3 T20s remaining in Guyana. They can really sit down and have some times where they can think about it. When you look at the time, there's a lot of days between the games. When you look at the schedule, on the 14th of November, the 14th, the 17th, and the 20th, they have some time in between where they can sit down and get their act together, try to work with the analysts, see areas that they could improve in the bowling department, even the batting, which is some cause for concern, lack of consistency. They're missing their captain, Stephanie Taylor, which I believe has put a strain in the batting order. I mean, even though there's a lot of batters there, but obviously they will really be thinking about ways that they can really bring back the series and try to level it off and even go on to win it. But it's going to take a lot after seeing and looking at the India batters and the way they are bowling and fielding, and they are clicking in all departments. So it's all about making sure that they apply themselves and really try to come harder each game.
Indeed, so lots of work for the West Indies team and the backroom staff, and really there's clearly a gulf between the two teams. And you were making an interesting point earlier, Marissa, that those were the majority of the players who took part in the World T20I, but since then we have seen them sort of gone down as we look at the summarized situation. 103 for 7 West Indies when they batted first, 32 from Nation and 23 Matthews, 4 for 10 from Sharma, and in reply the Indians really romping home very successfully. 104 in the 11th over, 69 from Verma and 30 from Mandana. India winning comprehensively by 10 wickets, but certainly West Indies seem to have gone down from their final position or their final placing position in the T20I World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of players there that played the last World Cup. So, and it's something that I often say, that they are not lacking skills, they are not lacking talent. When you go and you look at them in training sessions, they bat really well. But it's all about trying to bring that confidence in the middle. It's all about trying to bring it in the middle and express themselves, have fun. You know, let's see that passion again. And because this team is all about having fun and enjoying the game. Because as I mentioned before, they are not lacking talent and ability, but it's all about going out there and having that mental preparation and believing in themselves and making sure that they can go out and apply themselves.
Hi, I'm Moin Ashraf from All Rounder Cricket, and today we're going to review the brand new 2019 Jasper SkyDrive 117 cricket shoes. Every cricketer should look for 3 features in a cricket shoe: support, comfort and durability, and the Jasper SkyDrive 117 offer these in abundance. A long-lasting cushion insert conforms to your foot's shape, providing not only the cushioning and comfort you need, but valuable energy return, impact protection and adaptive support. On the market for $59.99, these cricket shoes are a high-level cricket shoe at a fraction of the price.
So, the position here at the Daren Semi-Cricket Ground, India winning by 10 wickets, getting to 104 without loss. West Indies earlier 103.47 from the 20. And so the 104 without loss. 69 from Shafali, 69 from 35, Mandana, 30 from 28, and some 10.3 overs.
And this is what you call fearless batting by the Indians. And when you look at the West Indies bowling attack, nothing to talk about, no wickets, no maidens. And you have Afi Fletcher, just 5.5 high economy rate, but there's nothing much to talk about when it comes to the bowling department.
Okay, let's give you some of the batting highlights.
And you can see some loose bowling there by Henry, drifting a bit down the leg side.
Short and put away, poor fielding there by McLean on the boundary. And the Indian batters not afraid to go over the top. Good use of feet and finding the gaps. Full toss being put away.
And when you look at the bowlers, how inconsistent they were bowling all over the field. They were being hit to all different parts of the ground. And that is to show how inconsistent they were. And Mandana using her feet really nicely, something that she's strong.
The sixth that brought up 50, second consecutive 50. That's many games for Shafali.
You can see that she has been enjoying her game and enjoying her time in beautiful St. Lucia.
Just getting ready to bring it a post-match. Happy Indian fans, the flag flying in the St. Lucia breeze, and a good turnout for the small Indian contingent.
The presentation party for this second T20 in the T20 series is Miss Elizabeth William, former national captain of the St. Lucia national team, one of the best female regional off-spinners from our region, and former third vice president of the Caribbean Women's Cricket Federation. That's before we became the West Indies. Great to have you. I'd like to invite first the losing captain, Anisa Mohammed. Anisa, commiserations. It's been a tough assignment for you, these T20s.
Yeah, it's been really tough. I mean, it's difficult to play a T20 match and just defend 100 runs. Our batters need to step up and give the bowlers something to work with. We can't always depend on the bowlers to win matches for us.
You are working with a depleted team, many people out from injury.
Yeah, but we have quite a lot of young players, and I must say that they're working really hard. However, we need our senior players to step up. We are already lacking a couple of our senior players, so the ones that we have in, they need to step up.
Well, it's a different day, same result for your team. What will you do ahead of the following 3 T20s to get the team back in gear?
Well, we need to sit and come up with a batting plan, figure out how we're going to get some runs on the board. Like I said, we can't always depend on our bowlers to win matches for us.
All right, commiserations, Anisa. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
And now for the second day in a row, the winning captain, Harmanpreet Kaur. Harmanpreet, did you see your big Indian support in the crowd today?
Yes, we are really happy to see them because that's what we were missing here.
We can hear them now being very vocal. Another masterful performance from Shafali Verma at the top.
Yes, definitely. I think it's a great partnership from both of them, and I think our bowler also did very well today because we wanted them to get on the short total. I think it was a great team performance from.
Yeah, it's hard to find any negatives. All positives coming out of the India camp. You're enjoying the conditions here at the Daren Sammy cricket ground. How have you been enjoying St. Lucia? Have you got to the beach?
Yes, definitely. That's what we all was thinking. Why we are only playing 2 games here? We were expecting 5 games here because we love the atmosphere. We love this place, and we are hoping we play more games in the future.
Well, it's been a wonderful performance to watch. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Harmanpreet Kaur, the India captain, with another victory for her team here today. We now invite the player of the match for 4 for 10 off her 4 overs. It's Deepti Sharma. So we'll have Ms. Elizabeth William present Deepti Sharma with the check, $250 US. Deepti, congratulations. You also picked up a wicket yesterday. Oh, we have a translator. I want to say congratulations to her. She also picked up a wicket yesterday, but wonderful figures of 4 for 10.
Congratulations. कल भी तूने 1 विकेट लिए थे, आज 4 विकेट लिए. कैसे फील कर रहा है?
ऑब्वियसली बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है एंड जो प्लानिंग थी हम लोगों की वो मैंने एग्जीक्यूट किया और जो मेरा स्ट्रेंथ था उस पर मैंने बॉल डाला.
They had planned and she's very happy that she's able to execute it and stick to her plans and do well today.
She must have come into this match full of confidence after a resounding victory yesterday.
कल के मैच के बाद कितने बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस से आई थी मैच खेलने आज.
या बिल्कुल बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस था बिकॉज लास्ट मैच में भी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस था एंड हम लोग जीते थे तो सेम उसी को मैंने कैरी किया उसके हिसाब से देन मैंने आज अच्छा बॉल किया.
She was pretty confident coming into today's game. The way we played yesterday, so it was a good victory. So taking the confidence from there, so she was pretty confident today in the match.
Well, we know you're all preparing for the T20 World Cup in Australia in the new year. How is she enjoying her time in the West Indies?
तो हम लोग अभी वर्ल्ड कप के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं बट अभी वेस्ट इंडीज़ में कैसे फील हो रहा है?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. ये वेदर बहुत उतना ज़्यादा गर्म भी नहीं है और बहुत अच्छा मैं इंजॉय कर रही हूँ एंड ऑब्वियसली टीम के साथ बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है एंड बहुत मस्ती कर रहे हैं हम लोग. या
Having good fun. The weather is not as expected. It's not that humid, so it's pretty nice that the weather is pleasant, and at the same time, we've got good young bunch of players, so it's good fun in the dressing room as well.
All right, congratulations to Deepti Sharma.
Thank you so much.
Enjoying the winter season in St. Lucia they are, and the player of the match, there you have it, for her 4 for 10 off 4 overs, Deepti Sharma.
So that's the situation here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground in the second T20I. West Indies women versus India women. So West Indies batting first, 103 for 7 from their 20, with Nation with 32 from 36, Matthews 23 from 35, and the man of the match, well, the player of the match, Deepti Sharma, 4 for 10. In reply, India 104 in 10.3 overs with Verma, another half century, 69 from 35, and Mandana picking up 30 from 28. Nothing to shout about for the West Indies bowling. India winning comprehensively by 10 wickets with 9.5 overs to spare. So successful stint there for them at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground. Of course, the series continues over the next few days as the leg moves to Guyana with the third T20I on the 14th of November. So join us again from wherever you're watching on behalf of the team, Marissa and Alex and the entire team, Claudia Simanuel, saying goodbye from the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground.